Hi boys and girls, today we're going to take a quick field trip around my house a little bit and I want to show you the effect that light has on plants. So I'm going to show you a few things that I've noticed in my yard and kind of go over how light affects and changes the plants and how they grow. So remember, plants need light so that it shines on the leaves, and so the leaves can make its food. Without light, leaves won't be able to make food, and without food, they're not eating, and which means they can't survive. So light is super important to the plants. So we're going to take a look at some plants in my yard. First plant I want to point out to you is these daffodils. These daffodils are in a pot I planted on my front porch. Now, as you can see, and I'm going to turn a little sideways, they are leaning over. When I planted them, they were up straight. The reason why they are leaning over is because the light is not on my front porch. If they were standing straight up, they would be in the shadow a lot during the day. So instead of staying in the shadow, the plants want the light and they start growing and leaning towards the light so that the light can shine on them. So that tells you that plants can move. Boys and girls, so we're looking at some trees in my backyard. You can see they're really tall, okay? But what I want to point out is this guy right here. Look at how he curves. Look at that big curve. The other trees are basically the same height, so they were growing at the same time. However, this guy was growing afterwards. He's a little bit smaller. Now, because these trees were already here, they were really big and blocking the light. So the tree had to move so that its leaves could get the light it needed to make its food. So you can see that big curve. Now remember, the roots didn't move and the bottom didn't move, but as it grew, it started to curve over towards the light so that it could its leaves could make food that it needed to grow, to continue to grow and survive. Okay, kind of neat. Right, the last plant I want to show you is one that's in my house. This is a plant I've had for a long time. And as you can see from the shape of the leaves, they are moving and growing towards the light. Okay, in my house there's not a ton of light in this corner, but as you can see, the outside is really bright. So the leaves are always growing towards the light that's coming in from the window. Okay, so you can see they're all leaning this way instead of towards the wall because those leaves need that light so that it can make food for the rest of the plant. Well, I hope you enjoyed our field trip today and learned that plants can move towards the light.